Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me here today. I'm so grateful. In today's video, I'm going to let you know what you can do if you have been feeling that manifestation is just too hard. So before I get into the video, if you're looking for in-depth guidance and focused solutions around your specific circumstances, around your concerns, around manifestation, mindset, self-development, you are welcome to join my membership group. I do not do one-on-one coaching, so this group is designed in a way that will provide you a lot of value with minimum investment. So here we do weekly group coaching sessions that are about 1.5 hour long. Then there are monthly challenges that will be with detailed steps of what you need to be doing each week, which will really bring about transformations in you and in your reality. And then there are weekly quiz tests to keep you on track and ensure whatever you have learned or absorbed, the knowledge you have taken in from the previous group coaching, you have been actually able to understand it and apply it. So if all that sounds good to you, you're welcome to join the membership group. The link is in the video description. So what to do when manifesting feels too hard? Now, one of the reasons that might be happening is because all of a sudden you have come into this knowledge, or you're hearing from videos and other content and people that, you are the one creating your reality. You are the one, who can transform this reality. And it feels too much to take control of something so complex and so huge, right? Your environment, how things are functioning, how people are showing up. It feels too much to take on that responsibility, and it can be scary, right? It can feel very fearful. And that also makes you think that if I can really transform my reality, there must be some really hard work I need to put into it, right? That's our usual natural conditioning. Because something that feels and looks so complex, how can it be done just mentally? How can it be done without me lifting a finger? How can it be done just with me sitting here in one place? So you start searching for all that physical work that you can actually do, which crosses that thin line of manifestation into manipulation. You start getting all worked up because you feel you need to do something. You need to do something. If I can transform it, I have to do something in this physical reality. I have to do something manually to have this change come up in my reality and make manifestation easier for myself. So basically, you end up changing the whole definition of manifestation and try to make it really physical and action driven. So what I want to let you know through this video is stop trying to put in the manual work, creating some kind of manual work where it's not needed, because that is not what this is about. Now I'm going to let you know something very, very basic. Okay, it may sound really simple, so simple that you might feel this will not work. And most of the solutions, everything that we tell about manifestation sounds simple, and your human mind wants to make it complicated. I did make a very short video on this a while ago, that manifestation is not hard, you are making it difficult, you are coming in your own way. I will link that video up here, you can have a look. So the simple solution I want to give you is reframing the way you are talking about manifestation. Okay, just rewiring your mindset around manifestation, because you are in two minds. Okay, one side you want to believe in it, you want to try it, you want to get your desires, you want to transform your reality. On the other hand, it's too hard, it does not work, this will not get me anything, this is a waste of time, this is all a lie. A contradictory state of being will not let you enjoy the activity that you really want to put in your hard work in. You either need to really have faith in the unseen and commit to this process and follow it with discipline. Because if you keep hopping between it works, it doesn't work, it works, it doesn't work, it will always seem hard. Manifestation will always seem hard. By manifestation, I mean consciously creating your reality, conscious manifestation, deliberate manifestation, not the manifestation you're doing anyways on an autopilot mode. Now, what is that simple solution, which would seem so basic, so simple, but it will be so powerful if you put it to action, is stop affirming and actually stop reaffirming that manifestation is difficult, manifestation is hard. This specific sentence, stop reaffirming it again and again and again. That's it. That is the solution. There's nothing else to talk about in this. You are learning in conscious creation that You create your reality, which means your dominant beliefs, thoughts, what you dwell in the most will show up outside, or that is how things will remain outside, right? So, how is that not applying to this mindset and this affirmation of yours that manifestation is difficult? It's not being applied to a few places and not being applied to a few places. Whatever is here dominantly, whatever you reaffirm the most within you, the internal dialogue applies to everything. If you're reaffirming again and again 10 times a day, this happens when you're really into manifestation and you're in the learning process. It comes up a lot during the day. Does this even work? Does this even work? This doesn't work. It's too hard. It's just too difficult. I'm stuck at each step. If you're repeating this not even 10 times a day, once a day, but every day, now ask yourself, really reflect upon this. Ask yourself, what am I reaffirming every day? Every day I am reaffirming, every day I'm persisting in that definition that manifestation is difficult. I do not understand it. Why do I get stuck on each step? Why am I looking for so many answers? You choose to have that internal dialogue, okay, whatever goes on within you. As I mentioned in numerous videos, that thoughts will come in your mind, negative, positive, everything. That's how our brain works. Which thought you select, which thought you actually stop and, select that, I will dwell on you. That is completely your choice, okay? That is no one else's choice. Thoughts coming and going, you being the observer is fine. But what you select and dwell on, what you select to repeat, what you select to reaffirm is completely your choice. So you can easily come to the other side, and for the next 7 days, try this. Instead of reaffirming and persisting in this definition that manifestation is hard for me, why don't you change your sentences? Why don't you change your internal dialogue? If you want to call them affirmations, fine. Why don't you change your affirmations? Why don't you try this for the next 1 week and say to yourself that, manifestation is easy. This is so easy. Why is this so easy? Talk to yourself that way. Living in the end state is so easy for me. I can do it in a second. Shifting states is so easy for me. I do not get stuck on anything. Whenever I'm seeking an answer, somehow from some source, the answer comes to me. And the exact specific answer will always come to me. This is so easy. Why is this so easy? Affirm this. It is so easy for me to practice this. It is so easy for me to understand the whole process. I grasp this knowledge so effortlessly. I have so many light bulb moments. I do not need so much external content to keep myself on track because I trust my knowledge on this. I trust I always receive the right kind of answers. This is just too easy for me. I never have to worry about manifesting a new desire. Change your internal dialogue completely. Whatever internal dialogue, thoughts, beliefs, anything that you feed your mind, most of the time, majority of the time, is what your brain thinks is true. That's all we do. We keep rewiring our mind and it changes the way we think. It changes our beliefs. So when you're consciously manifesting, you're choosing to rewire your mind. So now, instead of the old dialogue, you will feed in the new dialogue. And your new dialogue will be favorable to you, favorable to what you're seeking. Okay, we are seeking that manifestation. This process, this understanding, this knowledge should be effortless and easy for us. I should understand it easily. I should be able to apply it easily. This is just too easy for me to do. It is so easy for me to deal with my 3D circumstances, to keep my attention off that specific circumstance that I'm not happy with. It's so easy for me to disengage with things that do not favor me. It is so easy for me to not take things personally, not give out emotional reaction to this reality, to this specific circumstance in this specific area of my life that does not serve me. Instead of saying money is hard, people are hard to deal with, this world is hard to deal with, why don't you shift everything and make it easy for yourself? All that will change your perception. If you see it as easy, if you perceive it as easy, it's going to be easy for you. If you perceive it as difficult, it will be difficult for you. Everything depends on your perceptions, your assumptions, your beliefs, your expectations. That's all. This is all about you. It has nothing to do with anyone who's out there. Okay, it has nothing to do with anything out there. If something feels difficult, stop assigning it the meaning that it is difficult. Yes, it is that simple. It's like a one line solution. And these simple solutions, you're not able to take them in because this cannot be so simple. How can it be that simple? But it is that powerful. Words are powerful. Your internal dialogue is powerful. That's what will become a stepping stone to all the changes that you're seeking. I'll give you a really simple example from my personal life. I have never been good at maths, the subject maths, never. My whole school life. I couldn't wait to get over with my 10th standard so I can go ahead and choose a stream that does not include science and maths. Okay, I failed maths tests, unit tests, the final tests which you need to pass and go to the next grade. I failed them a lot. Semi-finals, not finals, by 2 marks, by 5 marks. Okay, it has just been very difficult for me to grasp it. Even while doing my homework, I used to cry a lot till I actually started going for extra classes. Now, what happened was that when I went on to pursue my master's, it actually included maths in another form. It was called as finance. It was much more complicated, and I had no other option but to actually sit and learn and get good marks, because when I started pursuing my masters, um, I was an average student. Average means I used to get marks in 50s and 60s, and I was really good in some subjects. So they used to be 70s and 80s, but overall, I was a good average student, between good and average. Now, when I pursued my master's, I don't know from where this came in my mind, but I said, I want to actually do well. During these 2 years, I want to do well. Like, I want to get good marks. I want to see good marks on my final mark sheet. And I was not worried about any other subject because I was quite good in all of them. But finance, maths, okay, all of that mixed up was worrying me a little bit. And what worried me more than that was that masters, the university I was in, focused more on self study rather than the teacher really spoon feeding you and giving you all the solutions and making you do things in the class. They would just explain the concept, solve a few things, and it was all up to you. Go to the library, get books, create your own study material, all of that. It was a complete shock for me because it was opposite to what I was doing in my undergraduation college. There we had ready-made scanners, we had a lot of material being given by the teachers, same as in a high school. So it's the first time I had to prepare my material, study material by myself, and refer to so many books and spend so many hours in the library. So that was like an added circumstance and added burden that I don't have material. I need to practice it by myself. There are no extra classes. So before the first semester examinations, when I sat at home, before opening the first page of my textbook, I really affirmed within myself that, it does not matter that I've not been good at this and I failed in this subject a lot in my school time. I'm not really going to have that effect here because I'm going to understand this. Nothing will be too difficult for me to understand in this textbook. Whatever comes in the examination, whatever is being taught in the class, I will grasp it. I will just grasp it because it's simple. How come everyone else is able to grasp it? Why do I have to struggle with it? This will not bring down my overall marks during my masters because I will ace this subject. I will practice it, and I will get it. I will not feel down. So I did all of that work, and internally I was in a very peaceful state because it was just again a decision I made that I'm going to understand this very easily. These were my exact words. That's what I'm telling you in this video. I just changed my whole mindset and perception around that subject. I'm going to understand this. I will just grasp everything. It will just click for me. It will click for me. Each solution. It's not that I will understand 70% of the chapter, 70% of the type of problems, and 30% I might not get. No, I will get each and every problem. Whether it's too complicated, it's too simple, it's too long, it's too short, I will know how to solve each and everything. And I made that dialogue very, very strong in myself. And yes, that time I knew about conscious creation. I was applying it to all these kind of things, that made me feel kind of down in my reality. So this was during 2014 and 15, and I did really well in that subject along with all the other subjects. I never faced a problem understanding any concept, any problem for those 2 years, and I received distinction marks, which is really good for me. I was so happy with the results that came after every semester. I did well in every semester. There were 2 semesters a year, so total of 4 semesters. And my dad and mom, my parents were really happy with my marks because I had not seen so many marks on my mark sheets since school time, since the school days. Even the undergraduation college, it was just average marks, 50, 60s. So I really did go into my masters with a different mindset. And yes, it can be that simple, just changing your internal dialogue and making a decision that this will be my truth. It's as simple as that. So change your dialogue around the things you find difficult, you find hard, including manifestation. Practice that over and over again for the next few days and weeks and see how those things become simple for you. Okay, that's all I wanted to discuss in that video. I really hope I was able to add some value to your manifestation process. You can follow me on Instagram for a regular dose of motivation. The links are in the video description, and my second YouTube channel, which is around mindset and self-development, not from a manifestation perspective, but in general. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, have a great week.